Greetings everyone, Joseph James here once again, February 8th, 2010. Here's your live trade room recap. Monday morning, guys. Of course, if you guys are coming off the big Super Bowl win, all those Saints fans out there, guys, congratulations. Hope you guys had a good time last night watching Super Bowl Sunday. Back to work here this morning, though, guys. Back to work here this morning, guys. On the YouTube page, if you're watching our videos, there's going to be three important links here, guys. The first link is for our recorded trade room sessions. We're going to post highlights every Friday on our blog. The second link is for our 12-month track record. Okay, see how we did in the last 12 months? And the third link, guys, is for our 3-week trial. That's right, free 3 weeks to come out and join us in our live trade room. So hit those three important links here, guys, on our YouTube videos and get some more information. Now, you can see only 4 total trades today, guys. Only 4 total trades. As you can see, guys, here $12,000 here, guys, in the markets. Only 4 contracts for the first of the year. We've got 3,200 USD in the month of February. We did $80, guys, today. 8 ticks, 80 USD. You can see everything on Crude this morning and everything from breaker longs, 2-step shorts, back and forth. We'll keep you guys posted, obviously, throughout the rest of the day and the rest of the month. Let's see here, guys. Most important thing we learned today. What was the most important thing we learned today? Well, if you guys were with us this morning, we saw, of course, 2 things, right? 2 big obstacles today. The first was we opened up today, Monday morning, Monday after a Super Bowl, which is basically a holiday here in the U.S. So we opened up after the Super Bowl, and of course most people are hungover and they're trying to get themselves out of bed in the morning because they spent all night rooting and cheering for their team's Super Bowl. So it might as well be a holiday for us. Of course, we had big news on Friday. Remember that, guys? Last Friday we had non-farm payrolls. Right, big news on Friday, and we had a very slow, choppy market. We opened up today. So today was a Monday that I think if you polled all the traders out there, they probably would have said, I'm sleeping in today, right? Because, of course, after the Super Bowl, big news on Friday, and, of course, we opened up today being Monday morning with very slow, choppy markets. Now, we also had another obstacle that came our way. About 9:35, my charts jammed up today. And we had to kind of go through the steps of how to get our charts closed out, how to back up our workspace, how to get them reloaded, and then get back into the rhythm, guys. We've got to know what to do when something goes wrong. So when your charts jam like that, guys, how do you close them down? How do you reload them? Right? Who do you call? Do you call your broker? Do you call your best friend Tim? Who do you call? Right? Got to call your broker, right? Call your broker's trade desk if you happen to be in a trade when those charts lock up. Now, guys, I have one right here, right, taped on the inside of my desk here. I don't know if you guys can see it here. Right, but I've got the toll-free number, 2 numbers. One is the cell phone for my broker, right? His name's Sean. The other, right, is the toll-free number for the trade desk, right? 24/7 trade desk. So got to know who to call if you're in a trade and all of a sudden your charts go blank and you lose control, right? Who to call. And then, of course, we got to make sure we get back into the rhythm. This happens very often, guys, where we have our charts jam up. And what do? We get frustrated, right? We're upset. Oh, you darn charts, right? We're screaming at our monitors, and before we know it, we're back in the market. We're forcing trades. Very important. We get back into our rhythm the same way we did at 7:45. Now, that takes some time, right? You're going to miss some trades. But guys, it's better to miss some trades and be confident in the trades you do take than to be jumping back into the market just because you know, right? Time is money. You're missing time in the market. But remember, reload your charts, contact your broker if you need to make sure you get out of that trade, and then get back into the rhythm, guys. Then begin to start watching for patterns, right? Get back into that rhythm. Don't force things. All right. Only 4 trades today, guys, here. Only 4 trades. We really didn't have much of a day at all today, guys. I think we missed a couple trades at 9:35 when the market was opening up. I was unfortunately trying to get my charts back up and running. But nonetheless, guys, here in the first trade, guys, 9:51, 10 o'clock, 10:20, and 10:39 here. So first trade of the day, guys, is a breaker pattern short. Now, we had just come back in after we had loaded up our charts. You guys can see we missed the entire pre-market loading things back up at 9:51. Of course, short-term trend being down here. We break below this swing low, right? Make our swing low. We break below that swing low. And as you can see, guys, we got short here, 71.06, right? Sell 4 short, 71.06. This is a breaker pattern short. So we're looking to go with the short-term trend. Now, in this case, you can see, guys, we have this candlestick here. And this candlestick right here, right? That candlestick right there. Okay, that's the suspect candlestick. It got us into the trade. And then it got us out of the trade, because what we saw was once we got into the trade, we saw this candlestick then reverse right back up against us. And by the time of course, fall was down, momentum curled and pointed back up as well. By the time momentum curled and pointed back up, see lots of buyers hitting the tape, and now we know this breaker pattern short might not be the best trade to be in. We, of course, more stop from -6 down to entry -1, but as you can see, guys, we didn't get it fast enough there. We got taken out 71.08, of course, plus 2 ticks on the loss. So, of course, 2 times 4 is 8, or -80 USD. So momentum curled against us. We have an early exit. Again, guys, I'm never letting this thing go completely against my stop. If I made the wrong decision, guys, have the confidence in your rules to jump in, move that stop down, get out of that trade as early as possible, guys, and live to trade another day, right? Don't continue to find excuses of ways to keep that trade moving. Let's keep going. Next up, guys, again, all 4 on Crude today, guys. Now, this one at 10 o'clock, only a couple moments later, about 8-10 minutes later here, we were back to our normal tricks again. Short-term trend was down. As you can tell, how can I tell my short-term trend down? The slope of my trigger line, right? So the slope of this trigger line here, as it begins to move down here, guys, what are we looking for? I'm looking for a break to the downside here, right? We're looking for a breaker pattern short, but we don't see it. We didn't see any break below this 71.17 level here. Of course, what we did, though, was we marked up our swing high up top here. We then broke above that swing high. Entry here was at 71.28, right? Buy 4 long there at 71.28. You can see we got our first target there at 32. Stop to entry at +1, which of course 28 plus 1 is 29. So at 10 o'clock, guys, here on Crude, this is a 2-step pattern, a trend reversal pattern here. As you can see, we have the short-term trend is down, right? You can see that by the slope of my trigger line there, right? Short-term trend being down, slope of the trigger line down. We didn't see any big sellers come in, right? Couldn't take the breaker pattern short here, so we looked for a break above the swing high here. Going back to the upside, counter trend trade in at 28s, target at 32, stop up to entry +1, got taken out for the final 2, guys, at 29. So +4 +1 is 10 ticks or 100 USD. Let's keep moving. So first trade was a loss, cost us 80 bucks. Second trade was a win, made us 100 bucks. As you can see, guys, we're pretty much break even here throughout the entire morning. Third trade here, guys, was another loss here on Crude. We haven't seen a day like today in a long time, as you can see. Now, short-term trend, as you can see, guys, is down. Short-term trend being down. How do I know that? Looking at the slope of my trigger line, we have, of course, a swing low being made, so we break the downside. We break below that swing low for our breaker pattern short here at 20 minutes past the hour. Great, we got short here at 41s. Now, once again, right, a very choppy price action today. So what do we see? We saw basically what got us into this trade is what also bounced us out of this trade as well. So we had this candlestick, right? This candlestick right there. Okay, so what happened is we got, of course, break below that swing low. So we got in on that candlestick. We, of course, quickly saw momentum curl up. Falls down here, right? There's momentum. It curled and pointed back up. We had read pace of a tape. Big buyers jump on. We know right away, watch out, right? All hands on deck. Time to get off this ship. So we know, of course, -1, early exit. We tried more stop down to entry as soon as possible. We got clipped on it, though, of course, at -1, so we couldn't quite get it done without any loss here. So we gave back 4 ticks or 40 USD on that third trade of the day. Now, at this point, guys, we were thinking to ourselves, boy, this may not be a good day for us here today, right? We may actually see a red day today. Haven't seen one of those in a while, but we always, of course, stay focused on following our rules. And once again, our rules continue to pay off. We have, again, short-term trend here is up. Final trade of the day, guys. That trigger line there pointing up. Nice steep slope to my trigger line there. Now, we didn't see a break above, right, this 71.75 level. So we didn't see any break above this. So what do we look for? Right, with the short-term trend, we're now looking for what? A counter trend to step short. So we bounce off these highs, we come down, we make up our swing low, and we break below that swing low, of course, here for 59 being the sell order, right? 4 off, we short 59. We took our first half off at 55, so we take 2 off at +4. And then, of course, we then finish up our position, guys, down bottom here at 58, so 71.58. So stop us move to entry -1. As you can see, we get taken out, guys, at entry -1 for a +1 on that final runner. So move our stop down to entry -1. When we hit that first profit target of +4, we took +4 +1 or $100, guys, 10 ticks out of the market, guys. So add it all up here, guys. We lost 8 on the first trade. We made 10 back in the second. We lost 4 on the third trade and made 10 back on the fourth. As you guys can see here, everything, of course, done live in real time in our live trade room. Come out and join us. Let's prep for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday the 9th, 2010, 8:20 golden currencies, 9 o'clock crude oil opens up, 9:30 U.S. Open, 10 o'clock we have our December wholesale inventories, guys, 11 o'clock we'll transition to lunchtime, and don't forget, tomorrow's a Tuesday. We have free webinars Tuesdays and Thursdays, every day live trade room, so be here for tomorrow for that. Let's recap. Trade Room opens up tomorrow morning, 7:45 Eastern Time, guys. Come out and join us. You can come out and join us as a free trial member. 3 weeks part of our trial. The beginner's course will give you all the information about our setups and our entry rules. And don't forget, guys, if you want more information about lifetime membership, drop us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com. We got a webinar coming out tomorrow morning, guys, 11:30. You want to be here for that. We've got, of course, lots of money to make this week, so come out and join us. My name is Joseph James. Hope the video helps. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.